we are streaming it on YouTube. Yeah, English study program.
Test.
Please give applause to our first presenter.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So, be honest, get this my best. So, okay, are you start feeling stressed because of the final exam? So do I. Besides the assignments, I'm sure that you guys already joined another activities, whether it's outside outside the campus. It could be the organization, volunteer, or communities, or and etc. But you know that sometimes activities that we have done so far can give us stress. But organization assignments, it's the factors, the stress factors actually coming from our self-management. It could be our time, our stress management, energy management. So here, Amika, I would like to share you about how we can. Thank you. About how we can start to build our self-management. Okay, next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, so start with stress management. Stress management is about how we deal with our stress, how we relieve and reduce our stress. It could be start from our hobby. Maybe if you like to read novels, go get your novels to read. Every time you feel get you get stress or pressure, or even if you want to sleep, just go to sleep and wake up with more energy. But you have to remember that you don't get carried away with those things, because you still have things to do in the next time. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, it's about time management. Actually, there is a difference between busy person and productive person. Busy person, they wake up at 6 a.m. and they just scrolling their Instagram, scrolling their TikTok, and chatting with their friends. Then they realize that it's already 15 minutes before the class start. So they coming late to the campus. But productive person, they wake up at 6 a.m. Then they get some stretching or little exercise, and then they have their breakfast, take a shower, then they can go to the campus even 30 minutes before the class start. Even sometimes they can study at class before the class start. Yeah, that's how we can manage our time. Okay, next slide, please. It's about energy management. Sometimes people who feel that they think they already have good time management, they don't realize that they don't know how to spread their energy in a good way. So it's about how to spread your energy. Don't spread too much energy on your first activities on that day. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay, so the last thing, it's actually the most important things, is to know yourself, know what you do, know what you can do, what you cannot do, what you like, what you don't like, because after that you can find your own ability, your own skill, and then you can join another activities that really related to yourself. Because self-management, it's nothing if you don't know exactly what you do. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Fatima. So I think you are ready for the next presenter. Okay. So please welcome and please give applause to Sania Rafa Mazaya.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow citizens, allow me to begin with current state of education in Indonesia that demands our attention. As of the recent data, there are 62 districts in Indonesia classified as the most challenging in terms of education accessibility, falling under the categories of underdeveloped, frontier, and remote. These issues persist despite Presidential Regulation number 63 of 2020, signaling a pressing need for us to address the educational disparities in these areas. As we gathered here today, I aim to shed light on the pivotal role in inclusive education in tackling the accessibility challenges faced by our fellow Indonesians in the fundamental right. And it is our duty to ensure that every citizen, regardless of their location or background, has equal access to quality education. Current state of education accessibility in Indonesia. Indonesia, with its diverse landscapes and cultures, experiences significant disparities in education accessibility. While some regions serve with easy access to qualified education, others face immense challenges. According to the recent news article by Helmi Supriyanto, the underdevelopment and remoteness of 3T regions, tertinggal, terdepan, dan terluar, contribute to hindrances in economic growth due to uneven infrastructure development. This highlights the urgency of our mission. We must address the current state of education accessibility. Recognize that some regions are left behind. Our commitment in inclusive education is commitment to the future of our nation. Now, let's delve into the impact of inclusive education programs on commitments facing limit access to quality education. Recent studies and case reports from EduTech Journal emphasize that inclusive education programs effectively bridging the accessibility gap, fostering positive change in commitments that were once underserved. One inspiring case comes from a remote illegal where an inclusive education initiate transformers the lives of children with special needs, providing them with equal opportunities and creating a ripple effect of progress. To strengthen our understanding, let's turn to words of experts and advocates. There are insights from Lukman Hakim as a lecturer from Universitas Al Azhar Medan. Stress the importance of government obligations in providing facilities, accessibility, and adaptability in education. Additionally, the article emphasized the close link between mandatory education and providing elevation. As A. Tiller suggests, focusing on the accessibility of education, especially in impoverished areas, is vital. Our experts unanimously agree that inclusive education is not just a matter of policy but a moral obligation for a nation committed to the well-being of its citizens. In conclusion, we explored the current state of education accessibility, witnessed the transformative impact of inclusive education programs, and heard expert opinions affirming its significance. Inclusive education is our key to unblocking the full potential of every Indonesian, contributing not only to education but to broader development and progress of our beloved nation. Let us collectively strive for an inclusive education system that curve on one behind. The path might be challenging, but the destination, a united education and a permitted Indonesia, is worth every effort. Thank you for your attention and commitment to this conscious kiss. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sania Rafa Mazaya. Yeah, the important role of inclusive education in improving accessibility to education in Indonesia. Next, would be Hanifam Reski Ramadan. Time is yours.
This. Okay, good morning, everyone. Are you feeling today? Good, great, yeah. Okay, my name is Hanifam Reski Ramadan. Today, first of all, I would like to thank you to giving me an opportunity to giving a speech in front of you all. So today, I would like to talk about a very sensitive topic, but it's very important about your health, and it will be influenced to your life also. So my topic is about how to getting out or helping yourself getting out. How to help yourself and your friend getting out from the suicidal thought. So, before I go to the main topic, I would like to tell you about the case from the data books katadata.co.id. So, from January to October 18, 2023, there are 971 cases of suicide in Indonesia, with the highest ranking in Central Java with 356 cases. So the latest two cases is the first one, college students, 20-year-olds, found dead in Paragon Mall, Semarang, in Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. Next is also a college student, 24-year-old, found dead hanging himself in him boarding house in Wednesday, October 11, 2023. So as you can see, these two ladies case is are college students. So it's tough, but I will tell you that there's a way to help yourself and your friends to getting out from the suicidal thoughts. So, firstly, the most important thing is you must know your feeling. It's matter. Whenever you have a problem like a financial problem, academic problem, or family problem, you must know that you can talk it to your friends or your family. So, and if you want to help your friend, you can also build a comfortable environment for them so they can talk freely to you without fear to getting a judgment. So according to the commentcast.com, 55% people with depression also have a suicidal thought. So the depression mark when the people feeling useless then start to be a pessimist, and then blame themselves, and at the end they will go to the action of the suicide itself. So yeah, from the inside, from the internal factor that you can do to get away from the suicide thought is to understand your problem first. So after you understand your problem, you must know what the trigger from the problem, and from that you will know what the solution. And if that's so bad for you, you can seeking help if it needed. So sometimes taking a little break time to relax and reflect, to refresh your mind it's also can help you to getting out from your suicidal thoughts. Next, from the external factor is come from support from family, friends, or community around the campus. So if you want to help your friends to get out from the suicidal thoughts, you can be a good listener, helping them to solving their problem, and at least not judging their problem. So for them, for you, it's maybe a small act of kindness, but for them, that small act of kindness can be can mean a lot because they already going through a tough time, a tough time. And lastly, some advice from me for those who want to hurt yourself. You must think that you're not alone. We are human, that we need each others. And for those who want to help your friends, you can make a comfortable environment to make them feel comfortable to talk about their problem and giving them some advice so they cannot going through the suicide thoughts. So maybe that's all from me. I'm Hanif from Meski Ramadan. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. There is no limit to what we as a woman can accomplish. I'm quoting Michelle Obama here. As powerful as it may sound, unfortunately, society seems to disagree with this sentiment. There's a topic that I've always wanted to talk about ever since I was a kid, and that is woman empowerment. I don't know, I feel like society seems to look down on women so much. And that really bugs me. Why is that? That's so unfair for women. So, ever since I was a kid, I've always seen things where women got told that they cannot pursue higher education. They can't pursue higher, further than being a mother. Because, have you guys heard of the term career women? It may seem like a good word, but unfortunately, society, again, seems to disagree. Career women have an image where a woman doesn't care about taking care of domestic responsibilities. Career women doesn't care about taking care of their child. Because of what? Society norms. It is not normal for a woman to be working because it's a man's job. It's not a woman's job to provide for their children. However, this is very much untrue for me because all my life, I have a figure in my life where she takes care of the house, being a caregiver as well as a provider, and that is my mother. My dad works outside of the town, so most of the times it was just me, my sister, and my brother. She works until 4 p.m. She gets home, she takes care of the house, and she still can teach me. Like, she helps me with my homework. So I think to myself, well, women can do many roles. There is like a real life figure that is for this sentiment. I remember once Maudi Ayunda posted on her Instagram when she graduated from Harvard. That is an incredible achievement. But when I saw at the comment, the very first comment, the very top comment that I've seen is that, why would you pursue higher education? You're gonna end up being a housewife anyway. You're gonna end up working in a house and you're not a provider. You can only stay at home. And this is what been bugging me, you know. Why can't women pursue as many chances as men does? Why can't women have as many opportunities as men does? We are able to do that. But what limits us is the society norms. Society telling us what we can and we can't do. Our incapabilities of doing stuff. Again, women can do much more than what society expects us to be. And while we're talking about unfair treatment, I want to talk about discrimination, and specifically in workplace. Here I'm quoting from Central Statistic Bureau, or BPS, Badan Pusat Statistika. Indonesian women get paid less 23% than men does. That data itself speaks for everything. Why are women treated like this? Just simply because we're a woman, simply because we are told that we're incapable to do this and this. I feel like along the way, when women tries to fulfill society expectations, we lose our identity along the way. When you're being a mother, you will lose your identity. You can't pursue your dreams. You can't chase your dreams. You have to take care of the house. You have to be a responsible mother. And why is that? Women can definitely do much more if we are given opportunities, if we are given chances, if we can just break these stereotypes, we can break these norms. Why would society expect women to be so fragile? That is very unfair. And as I address all of that, that it can be seen that women can very much definitely do lots of role. Women are not limited to only being a mother. We can also work, we can chase our dream, we can freely do whatever we want. So, I believe that our generation are very open-minded to new ideology. And what I want to tell you guys, let's encourage young girls, many women out there, to pursue their dreams. There are many women out there who has unfortunate circumstances where they cannot pursue higher education, where they're being held back by the society. So again, let's encourage more women to do whatever they want as long as it doesn't harm anyone, you know? And I feel like if women are given the opportunity, are given as much chance, given the support that they need, they will do so much more than what society expects them to be. So, let's celebrate a world where women can freely be themselves and can voice their concerns. And let's celebrate a world where women can be free. I'm Irli Citarasendria. Thank you so much.
Impressive. Thank you for the really nice thought, Arli Chita. Okay, now we're moving on to our next presenter, which is Adinda. Yeah. Oopsie. Yeah, you may prepare yourself. Yeah, we will do a test first, yeah, to make sure that the video work well.